Welcome back to Keystone Hobbies. If you like our content, feel free to help support us over on patreon.com/Keystone Hobbies. Discord link will be in the description, if I remember. Thank you, Nate, for being a patron member. Thank you for your support.
Finally, after
Tyler's back.
That's a blessing to hear.
Time.
It's been a while since I heard that voice in these headsets.
It feels weird
smooth.
hearing my voice right now. But
Speaking of, what have you been up to, man?
not a goddamn thing.
Oh,
No,
been pretty relaxed for the.
Life has been really crazy right now. Last couple of months, about 2-3 months now. Me and my now wife, we got married over the past weekend, and I
bet that was really nice.
It was very nice. The moments leading up to it, though, was enough to make both of us almost go bald. Surprisingly, we did not, but it was very stressful. We had to keep getting stuff around, trying to figure out stuff for the DJ, food, tables, pavilion setups, bartender, seating arrangements, where everyone's going to sit, directions to give for everybody, making sure everyone gets the right clothing. Somebody decided that they were going to get the wrong colored pants for my wedding. So,
Ooh.
Yeah. And of course, it's the Asian. So he's stuck out even more. Fun fact. It's weird seeing an Asian in cowboy boots.
Yeah, almost like it's culturally unacceptable.
It's just about. It was funny, too, because he brought that up, too. But so leading up to the wedding day itself, I get back. I'm getting myself around. And the ceremony's at 4. Everything's looking good until about 11 o'clock. The clouds start getting pretty freaking dark. And I'm like, I swear to God, if it fucking rains today. Because Eric and I, we've been stressing about it for like months. Just like,
Sure.
We kept checking the weather, making sure it's not going to rain. It's not going to rain. Said there was like my best buds, Greg and Taylor, we head up to Sheets because we need to get some ice. And as soon as we get to Sheets, shit you not, it starts to fucking rain.
Like, it was almost a downpour.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was pretty much a downpour. And we get inside. Erica's calling Greg. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, she's probably calling you, freaking out and wondering how I am. And I guess she didn't know. And Greg's just like, whatever you do, just don't look outside.
She's like, why? I was like, just don't look outside, Erica. She goes, is there a puppy? I'm like, you know what? I can't confirm or deny it. Just don't look outside.
Please just don't do it for the love of God. And like, I'm looking out there. I'm feeling like fucking defeated because I'm looking out there and it's like, it's fucking pouring. I was like, the chairs are going to be fucking soaked at the ceremony because this is an outside event. If it was anything else, I wouldn't really give a shit. But we're outside and I don't feel like us being drenched. So it starts to slow down a little bit by the time we get done at Sheets. We get back to the river lot. It's starting to slow down a little bit more, but it's still raining. It hasn't stopped. And it's about 1:30, 1:45, and it finally stops. But that whole hour, I was just having a straight fucking panic attack. I kept telling everybody. I was like, I can feel my heart beating through my rib cage, and I'm pretty sure that's not okay. Oh dude, it was absolutely awful. And everyone kept trying to get me to drink. Everyone kept trying to like massage my shoulders. They're like, stop being so tense. I'm like, I fucking can't. And so AJ ended up being late for pictures.
Shocker.
Yeah, to tell me about it. Because I tried to tell everybody, it's like, hey, try to be around like noon or whatever, noon, maybe 1-ish, to try and help everybody out if we need help getting stuff ready. And the photographer got there around 2:30. So she gets there, and I have...
That was a good photographer, by the way.
Oh, yeah, she was really good. I can't wait to see the rest of the pictures and how they turned out, especially the ones with all of us lined up and everything like that, especially some of our goofier shots. So she gets there, and I have 6 people in my lineup. Currently, there's only 5 there. I'm like, where the fuck is AJ? I was like, I don't got time to be stressing out. So I call him. He's like, hey, Bo, what's up? I'm like, where the fuck are you? He's like, I'm at Sheets. I'm like, oh, cool. Well, I needed you here about 10 minutes ago. I was like, the photographer's here. He's like, I'm on my way. I was like, I need you here now. Like, I'm not even listening to any excuses. I'm like, I'm just stressing the fuck out. I was like, I need you here.
This isn't
now.
the day to dink around at Sheets. Get over here and let's get this.
He's like, well, I thought we had time. I was like, I wanted you guys here at like noon.
Yeah, you had time like 5 hours ago.
Yeah. He was like, well, I was trying to help Chloe. I was like, well, too bad. I was like, you're part of the lineup at my wedding. I was like, I need you here. So he rushes through. We get the pictures. That's all good and copacetic. Thankfully, he already was changed. So we didn't have to worry about him getting dressed because as soon as we were done with pictures, it was like 3:15. I was like, we have to get over to the actual ceremony area and start ushering people over. So, and I think I had about 10 near blackouts. Number 9 was the worst. Actually, I think, did you see me grab a hold of Taylor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was starting to actually lose my physical capability of standing. It was
When did that happen?
When we were waiting.
3:55.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Or no, the girls were all late. It was like 4:30-ish.
I was losing track of time. Damn women. But yeah,
Well, when they were comfortable in AC, you can't blame them for taking their time.
fair enough. It's not like the guys were out in jeans and cowboy boots sweating their balls off. Black suit.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I could have said, hey, we're going to go totally formal with this and wear a black suit. And I think I would have died in one of those.
That'd have been rough.
Because all
It was
we
a rough
did,
day for that.
yeah, we had the dress shirt and we had just the vest on.
The best. Yeah, you guys look nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I figured that was plenty good, especially for an outside event. It's like, we don't need the tuxedo part of it. We don't need that last coating on there because it was already hot. And that was the other thing too, is the rain actually helped cool things down. It's usually 50-50. It either makes things nicer or it just makes things a living hell. And thankfully we got lucky, cooled things down. I'm like, oh, I can actually breathe a little bit.
Well, it was so weird how that happened because it was so hot. The moment the wedding was over and the reception started, it got perfect.
Yeah.
Like we started sitting down, there was a nice breeze, everything was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But then the moment the reception ended, then it got super fucking humid again.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with all the dancing.
That too, yeah.
We did a lot of dancing, and you guys looked so cute with your bow ties on your head.
You know, we did more dancing than I ever have. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Fair
it was
enough.
like way outside my comfort zone there.
Greg had the best white boy dance.
I did.
Arguably.
Can't take that from me ever.
No, I can't.
We'll have a dance off. I don't know who's going to be a winner or lose in that scenario.
John's my partner.
I'll get Level.
We have experience.
Yeah, we've experienced the dance before.
I'll have Level as my partner then.
You guys are so handsome. It's not fair.
I know, Level's got the old silver fox look on him already, and he's
Salt and pepper.
yeah, he's like 20. I think he's 26. 26 or 20? No, what? 27. Yeah, he's younger than me.
Believe it or not, all that gray hair was from his ex.
Oh, without a doubt, it would be. I've noticed it slowed down.
Yeah, he's getting his black back. And they said you'd never go back.
Yeah. They were wrong. But no, everything turned out super awesome. I was extremely happy to have everybody there. So glad that there was a lot of people I haven't seen in many years. Some of our old camping buddies. The last time we saw them, we went camping back in 2013. So I haven't seen them in 9 years.
You know, I did a lot of talking with your aunt.
Wendy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
She's cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're not the only one, but...
Also a spitting image of your mom as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. But at
Now,
least,
is she originally from California?
Yes.
Like even your mom's from California?
I think she was born here in PA, but
Okay.
then they went back
Okay.
because her mom and dad got a divorce, and Pap stayed here, and Graham went out that way.
Okay.
So they stayed out there for the longest time. Then mom ended up coming back this way. Actually, both mom and her other sister came back here, and then Wendy stayed in California, like the smart person.
What? Yeah. Pennsylvania sucks.
It really does. Like California, yeah, it's hot, but there's no humidity. I've never had a bad day there.
Don't recommend.
Yeah, it was really good. So we had everyone there.
Oh, the food was fucking awesome
The
too.
food was amazing. The chicken turned out so
Yeah.
good. I was worried that we were going to end up being like not having enough food, but I was full after just the first plate.
Yep.
We ended up having extras. I was like, good. I was like, that means nobody can bitch about leaving with an empty stomach.
There's plenty of food. It was good. The beer was good. Everything was good. It was
liked
a really
our-
nice time.
I liked our our introduction when everyone got introduced for the reception part of it. We did a flip cup competition.
Oh, that was so fun.
Boys versus girls, and somebody, my wife, cheated at the end, like a fucking sore loser. That got them the win. But Gallo, my God, I thought he was actually like decent for flip cup, but then it was starting to come back to me. I'm like, no, he fucking sucks. Like, you're supposed to be gentle when you do a flip cup.
Sure.
And I know, like, people that are listening to this have no idea what I'm about ready to do. But when you flip the cup up, he, like, skyrocketed up in the air.
Gotcha.
It's like,
gotcha.
you're supposed to just go like that, like the little tap.
From the edge of the table, you
Yeah.
lift up
Yeah.
quick enough that it'll flip, but
Yeah.
not, you know,
He
do
yeeted it.
somersaults, and he's just throwing it across the
Oh,
table.
yeah. I'm like, dude, I was like, what are you doing?
We're trying to win, Gallo.
It was a fun thing to watch. I'd never seen anything like that at a wedding before. That
Very,
was
very
that was fun.
rednecky, to say the least. But it was a lot of fun. So we did that. Girls won. Go figure. Cheaters.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had our dances. My dance with my mom, we literally picked a song like that day.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah, because we just couldn't figure a song out because my mom's not really into like the country music stuff. She's like into like 80s rock, Hair Nation, and Disturbed and stuff like that. So we're like, we can't figure shit out. I was like, I'll just figure something out. And we got it last second. That was fine. And so we went through our dances, and I was surprised with a cake. I was not allowed to look at it on my
That cake was fucking awesome.
Dude, that cake was so awesome. So Erica had me close my eyes, and she had to walk me over to the cake. And our DJ was like saying, he's like, now the husband has not seen this cake before yet. And I'm thinking it's going to be something like provocative or stupid. And then I open up my eyes, and it's a Dragon Ball Z cake. And I instantly turned into a child and got so happy. It was the coolest thing ever.
Borderline, you were almost happier with that than the actual wedding itself.
My wife is sitting right next to me.
Oh, she saw on your face.
As long as the photographer does not have the pictures to prove it, I can deny it. So, but the cake was awesome. The cake is super delicious. We still have some of it left.
Oh, the garter toss was hilarious.
Okay, so garter toss. Who wants to tell this story? I feel like, I mean, you're technically involved, Greg.
Technically,
I think Greg's the best person to tell this one.
Okay.
Okay, so go
So
ahead.
there I was. Erica's waving her bouquet around like, it's time, ladies. Let's go. Well, whether or not she planned to, or if it was an actual genuine
Whether or not
toss.
she planned to, she looked back directly at Tiffany and turned, and she chucked that bitch homing shot directly into Tiffany's hands. And Tiffany, before she went up, she's like, I really hope I don't grab this thing. And it was adorable because we were sitting at the same table as Tiffany, and
It
she's
landed
like,
right in
I
her
really
hands,
hope
too.
I don't grab this thing. And I was like, and she was trying not to go up the whole 9 yards. And she ended up going up there, and boy, Erica, she made that bouquet go directly to Tiffany.
So, Erica, was that your initial plan from the start?
Yes, but no.
Great. Thanks for answering my question.
So I saw Tiffany up there. I was like, okay, well, she's obviously the next one to get married, so it would make sense for it to go to her. So I just turned around and, just casually just threw it behind me, and it just so happens that it went in that direction.
Thank you.
So the mass of people standing in the center, right? And then Tiffany off to the side, sheepishly standing away from the group. You were like, yep, I'm going to throw this randomly directly at Tiffany.
It was very windy that day.
So Tyler and Erica, they are the perfect combo of chaos and love, or in this case, chaos and I guess logic. Erica's like, it's logic. Tiffany gets this. What does Tyler do when he gets ready to throw the garter? He wants to see the fucking world burn, so he throws the garter right to his path.
Okay, so I wasn't even thinking about the whole he's gonna have to put it on her and stuff like that at the time. I just saw my pap there, and instantly I looked back at him. I was like, "This is going to you, old man." I was like, "You be ready." So, and I found out on Monday when I went back to the shop, he's like, "I was planning on dipping out at the last second, and before I could, I felt something hit my chest." So. Going back to the wedding, I had it in my left hand because I was like, I'm ready to just yeet it back there towards him. So I was trying to remember where he was, and I was just balling up in my fist. I'm like, I'm ready. It's like, it's going right to him. So the DJ made the countdown. As soon as he said one and throw, I was like, whoosh, throw it back, and everyone starts dying of laughter. I was like, I fucking did it, didn't I? And I turned back, and there's Pappy. He's like, yay!
So he goes to kneel down. He pulls out his inhaler, takes a nice hit of his inhaler before he goes to put the garter on Tiffany.
That's adorable.
I have it on video, and it was so much fun. And he was respectful, put it up a little bit past her knee or whatever. But I was really expecting that to go a lot further than what it did. It's like, come on, it's it's their wedding. The higher it goes,
I think it was plenty enough that my pep got it, of all things. Oh, that I wasn't even expecting that, but as soon as I saw him come in, I was like, oh yeah. I was like, it's going to you. It was absolutely hilarious to see that. I'm so glad that we got video of it. I showed it to him on Monday, and he got a big kick out of it. So it was good. It was a lot of fun. I think I yelled to you, Greg. I was like, so much for your wedding.
Oh, no. I didn't hear that at all.
No, because you're just like, what did you say? I can't remember in the video.
Oh,
don't take her from me.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, it was so good. Everything was good. Food was great. People were great.
And you know what? I didn't even show up in a dress.
Oh, yeah. We all lost our bet. Yeah, we all lost a bet. We're like, so who here thinks that John is actually going to come in a dress? And we're like, oh, yeah, definitely. So not a single person in the group said no.
Well, Taylor and I knew John wasn't,
Oh.
but we were selling it for you.
Oh.
We're like, oh, Tyler, he got fitted the other day. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, I was just waiting for him to do it so he can get him and Scott into an argument.
Oh boy.
I was waiting for that still. I can't believe that we didn't get that.
I was wishing that would have happened. It just didn't naturally come up at any point.
You should have just wore a vaccinated lives matter more.
Or just a picture of an AR-16 and a phrase underneath that just says, "We're coming for him."
We're coming for him. Not my guns. Anything like that would have definitely started it, and I think that would have been the best wedding gift anyone could have gotten me.
I'm sorry I deprived you of that.
You deprived me of my one and only wish for a gift. And I'll never get that again because...
How are you going to live with that, John?
You only get married once.
That's true.
Correctly.
You know what? I'm so sorry you didn't come out of the wedding with the best thing possible.
I know. Now I'm stuck with an ice cream maker.
And a dishwasher.
Dishwasher. Oh, no. It was all good. Thankfully, not too much drama. We did have some, Wedding Crashers. Again, Scott's buddies came late at night. Wasn't too thrilled about that, but
Ooh, Wedding Crashers.
Yeah. Well,
it never fails. With,
people that Tyler didn't want there.
Yeah.
Wedding Crashers is kind of like a term, like they were just being dickheads and like crashing a wedding.
Yeah.
You didn't want them there.
Nope.
So,
but again, it's one of those things like, so Scott, if it's his friends, he takes his friends over his family pretty much 90% of the time.
Same here.
Well,
Yeah. It's pretty shitty, but hey, what are you going to do? That's why I call him Scott. Oh, this isn't the podcast for during out the laundry of all the things that he's done shit for, but
that would be a good podcast, though.
That would be a good side podcast.
Oh, yeah, podcasters bitching about life. That's kind of like what we do here, but
why do you
it'll be more acceptable over there.
Why do you resent your dad, part 1? Not being there. Oh, man. That's a podcast for another day.
Well, moving on. So, piggybacking off the wedding, I bought boots from this company, right?
Not just you.
Well, hold on. I bought my boots, because I didn't think of, hey, Walmart probably has a pair super cheap. Because, I don't wear cowboy boots. That's not my attire. I'll wear boots, but like the cowboy boots, I don't like how loose they are up at the top. Anyway, so I had the mentality, oh, you know what? I'll buy, I don't care how much they are. I'll just slap it on the credit card, and then the day later, I can just return them. Perfect. So that's exactly what I did. I left the tags on them because the jean pant legs went over top of them, kept everything on them.
That's a brilliant idea.
I just had to wipe off the soles and, clean them up a little bit. Easy. So I return them the next day. The girl doesn't bat an eye. She's just like, oh, I was like, yeah, they're just not comfortable. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think cowboy boots are my thing. So I even spend a couple minutes in there, like looking around at other boots. And
to feign interest that, seem like less of a dirtbag while still being a dirtbag.
Right. So ended up leaving empty-handed, And then later that day, we get a text from Gallo.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, those boots weren't made for a wedding.
Oh, no.
So now there's 2 other people that still need to return their boots. And yesterday, if there's any background noise, we're going through a storm right now. So anyway, wow.
Yeah, that's intense.
Yeah, so Lovell goes in and returns the 2 pairs of boots he had because Kendall gave them back to Lovell, and
Yeah.
So Lovell
jeez,
gets the heat of everything because he is the last one. There was 4 boots among us, and he's the last one with the 2. Don't know what to tell him, but
what's I don't know level 2 well. Like, what's his general demeanor a lot of the times?
very respectful. Like,
okay, all right,
he seems like
level-headed.
level-headed.
Lo-
Okay.
level-headed.
I like that. That's good.
I'm trying to load up the page here.
The messages.
Oh yeah, he goes, boys, fuck y'all. I just returned the boots. They are pissed. And, they yelled at me for all of you guys returning them first. Quote, try not to rent boots, okay? We cannot sell these, so we are out $1,000 in boots we cannot sell. And
It's so bad.
Then Lovell said, maybe don't have a 30-day return policy then. Okay, bye. Just like a, fuck you.
I mean,
Double fuck you.
he had a good point. Like,
Yeah.
just shitty for it to all happen at once.
I mean, I don't know why they can't sell them. It's not like we wore them out anywhere. We tried them on. We didn't feel comfortable, so we returned them.
Yeah, it's not like you didn't wear them anywhere. Or...
No. I wish I could. It was just so damn hot that day. It just wasn't comfortable.
That's a good
and
point, yeah.
I wanted these boots, for the summertime. We're in summertime, so
Because that's when people buy boots.
yeah, I just was not comfortable.
That's fair, and they can't fault you for that.
Nope. But I thought that was just hilarious.
That
That
is
was
funny.
everything I thought it was going to be. That's why I went there first.
You were smart to do so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. As I'm getting older, I want less and less conflict.
And yet here
I
you
still
are.
generate a lot of conflict.
Yeah, you do.
But-
You are a fresh source of conflict.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
With no shelf life.
with no shelf life.
No, that definitely made my day when I saw you guys talking about that shit.
Who would have thought? I mean, we all got the same boot. They should just take that boot off the wall because it's not comfortable.
That's what they should have been
Obviously,
thinking.
it's a pretty shitty boot if 5 people
yeah.
returned them.
That's
Yeah.
what they should have been thinking about.
Yep.
How dare they?
Those boots should be so comfortable that you're not gonna want to turn them.
But if they can't
Exchange it
sell
back
them and they go on clearance, I might go pick up a pair.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
And return it a day later again. Like, nope, they're still not worth it.
I felt like it wasn't fair. I only gave him 24 hours. Figured I'd give it like a couple of days. No, I still don't like him.
I wore them everywhere. They're just not comfortable. Right.
Oh, you aren't gonna give me my money back on this? All right, I paid
wonder-
with my credit card. I'll do a chargeback and keep the boots.
I wonder how the other guys cleaned their boots if they did.
I'm sure Lovell cleaned up the boots. Gallo, however, probably didn't do shit.
Maybe that's why they were just mad in the first place.
Probably.
It was just like a scapegoat mad because they were secretly mad at Gallo for not cleaning his boots.
Oh, bro, I thought it was hilarious in our group chat because Gallo went to go get the jeans before Lovell and them did. And Lovell gets there to the jeans and he sees the selection of pants and they're all fucking messy. He's like, Jesus, Gallo, what the fuck did you do? I thought you were Asian. And I didn't feel like folding them. But it was a fucking mess. Like, he gets there, he's like, Gallo, was this you?
Oh boy.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, it was a beautiful day. You guys, you could see how happy you guys were, and super happy for you guys.
Yeah, I did not have enough liquor in me to calm me down. I was so anxious for the wedding.
Oh my! But by the time the partying started, I had enough liquor in me.
Tell you what, that blueberry moonshine we had, Greg. Oh, that was good.
I'm on the fence about that actually.
Really?
It was so damn good, but if you look at how much of that shit I drank on top of the other stuff I was putting in my body, there's no reason why I was able to drive home.
Yeah.
Not a single reason. Now, mind you, like nothing, but I knew I had a lot to drink, and I kept questioning it. I was like, Tiffany, like, am I driving okay? She was, Greg, like, yeah, there's nothing going on. I'm like, okay, because I'm freaking myself out because there's no way I should be coherent at this point.
Yeah,
There really shouldn't.
well, if you really think about it, we had a jar of blueberry moonshine. We had 2 of them. And the first one was shared between all of us. Like,
Yeah.
you, me, and the other 5 in my lineup. And the second one, same deal, but also for Erica and Morgan and Brooke and your mom.
So there's 3 jars.
No, like we went, that second jar that we had also went to her side too. So there was,
For like a single shot though.
Yeah, well-
because Lovell and I, we were pounding them out between him and I.
but I think you guys also tried the pineapple.
Oh no, Erica only let us try a single shot of that.
That's very rude. Wow, that's rude.
That pineapple was very good though.
I don't like pineapple, so I said, "Go ahead, guys." And then
Imagine if you did.
Erica and Lovell went to fight for my love and get me a rum and coke, and I go and take a sip out of it, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Where's the coke?"
That bartender, in my opinion, wasn't that good. He was making those drinks way too fucking strong.
Well, it didn't help that both of them said, "Hey, it's for Tyler," and they're like, "So you want it strong?" They're like, "Yeah, make it strong." Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure like my drink was actually pretty clear, which means that there's like maybe like
you could probably light it on fire for sure.
Yeah,
yeah, like you pretty much like could spit like a little drizzle of Coca-Cola in that drink, and that's probably all the more Coke that was in it.
yeah. I had normal drinks from that guy. I could only imagine what a hard drink from him would be like. My gosh,
Probably 98% to 2% Coke. I'm like, I didn't even finish that second one. I don't know what happened to it. I barely got through the first. I was like, Jesus, like I don't care to really drink anymore. It's like, but I'll dilly-dally into a rum and Coke.
Yeah.
But not a rum.
not a rum.
I was like, where the fuck?
Oh man. So Greg, recently we showed up on the radio. We're big radio stars now, huh?
Yep. I got to cuss on radio. It was great.
Yeah.
Can I have your autograph?
Definitely could get a fine, but we'll see what happens. We're sitting there, right? And we went on the Alpha Nerd podcast because we have a rivalry with them because we're the Sigma nerds and they're the Alpha nerds. We're way fucking cool.
More like betas.
Yeah.
Oh, I got him.
Bitches. Anyways, they do their recording on the radio, and then they release their podcasts. After they use the radio broadcasting rooms technology to record their audio. They take it home and cut it and mix it and all that, but they're not allowed to swear.
Oh,
because of being on the radio.
Because it's on the radio. So we're going through topics, talking about different things. I'm on edge because the one host, Andrew, he's a very sarcastic guy, right? And sarcasm's fine in conversations, but when you're doing like a podcast or something like that, there's a degree of like we all need to be somewhat pretty serious, like in good faith, so that we can keep this dialogue and conversation rolling around. And my gosh, it was hard to tell what he was serious about and what he wasn't serious about. But, and I still don't know if he was memeing or not, but we were talking about my my non-sponsored ad reads that we do every now and again. And he said, well, could you do a sponsored read for Mott's applesauce? And you know what? By God, I took 10 minutes of prep and I did an ad read for Mott's applesauce. So you'll have to go over to the Alpha Nerd podcast to listen to that, or we'll just clip it and throw it on here, or,
Yeah, something like that.
fuck them.
hell yeah. Well, that's good for you guys. Any thoughts or plans to do that again, or?
I'm not sure, but we do want to have a competition between the two of us.
Mhm.
And that's going to go down in November sometime.
Yep. And we might be having Kyle on the podcast at some point.
Oh, right.
Yeah. He's going to come over and talk a little bit, or
So
we'll do it on Discord.
right now, the format is getting 5 games, and it's going to be the best 3 of 5 between the two. Some games that were questioned were like Mario Party. I think that'd be pretty sweet.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be really fun. We still have to go through like the details, like, okay, is it just going to be 2 players, but one team plays one character, or is it going to be all of us representing one team on Mario Party? Like, there's a lot of the minor details we got to go over, but
Yeah.
we got to find a list of more games too.
Yep.
Dead by Daylight was one of them, but they don't want to play Dead by Daylight.
They want to veto all of the games that we're good at and
Yeah.
just use their good games. That's okay. We'll kick their ass anyways, but, it
So
is
when
what
you
it
say
is.
like Mario Party, do you mean like Super Smash Bros. Or anything like that?
Well, we could probably do that too.
Probably Smash Brothers, but
Smash Bros. is a good one.
there's just like Mario Party that has like a bunch of mini games and stuff like that.
Like Smash Brothers, and we get Kevin.
I think that's fair. Kevin's been a guest on our podcast, and also
The deck tax he's helped us on.
and he would be so down for just putting a big, fat, greasy dick down Kyle's throat.
Oh.
Yep.
And there's like other games too. Like, are they like Dragon Ball fans? Because there's Dragon Ball Fighters. Mortal Kombat.
I was looking at that.
34 Android 18 was it, or
21.
20 Android 21 on his phone. So they're enough into Dragon Ball. I'm sure we could convince him to something.
Man, what's up with people with Dragon Ball Z phone cases?
Actually, it's going to be in November, so we could probably metagame. We all get Dragon Ball The Breakers.
Yes.
Practice it. If they want to say no Dead by Daylight, okay, fuck them.
Fine. We'll do the next best thing.
The Breakers.
It's the same thing, basically. Yep. It's like Dragon Ball Z had sex with Dead by Daylight. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I just watched that new trailer a few times for the Frieza part. I think it's going to be kind of cool.
It's 1-on-7.
Yeah, but the thing is, like...
And the map's huge.
Yeah. I got to watch the gameplay. There is a gameplay of somebody playing as Cell. Because I'm curious, because you start as the imperfect first form. So I'm wondering how you evolve yourself.
It's probably how many terrains you destroyed.
Probably. That or how many people you kill.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
That also reminds me of the game Evolve. If you guys have ever played that again. So you start as a monster, and you're like... It's almost like a Digimon kind of deal. So you start as this little monster. You have to kill all these other monsters to evolve you and level up to be a bigger threat for the survivors that are trying to kill you.
Okay. All right.
That was actually a lot of fun. AJ got me into that game a couple years back. So the more that you would kill, the stronger you get. So I feel like that might be the same for Breakers. I don't know. But there is a gameplay breakthrough of somebody playing a Cell. So I'd like to see how that works.
So, yeah, the playing as the villain, you can destroy certain areas. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they can walk through that area. It's just like a huge crater in the ground.
So it's just like Xenoverse. That's how all the models are depicted. It's like the Xenoverse game. So you can destroy the buildings. Like the survivors can go inside of the building. But the killers can't go in the building. They have to blow it up.
Okay.
And if they blow it up, then they can get to you. Then they can hop into like the house that they were in. But I think that's really cool that you can hide in buildings, destroy the shit out of them, and move on to the next thing.
And there's a character that can hide as props.
Yep.
So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like that. And all the survivors have their own special perks. I saw one of them can turn into Goku. And well, not Goku himself. But
you can even get the Dragon Balls. Like, it's cool.
Somebody can use the Solar Flare, which is a stun move. So you can stun the killer. So you can revive somebody real quick and get out of there. So everyone has their own special perk that they can use. I think that's super awesome.
I'm really glad that they added other characters because it looks like they have 2 Saiyans there, actually.
Yes.
Because, man, all those B-listed characters, I don't want to fucking play as them.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they brought like a generic Saiyan into things.
Yeah, I think it's going to be...
Like the Pilaf and fucking Oolong. I don't want to play as them. No.
Yeah, well...
Bulma. Who the fuck cares?
Oolong is the prop hunter.
Yeah,
so... I might be interested in doing the prop hunter. I think that'd be funny to turn into like a fucking table and just chilling in the middle of the fucking street.
Just a vase.
Just a vase. Don't mind me, but it's going to be interesting. So that comes out October 14th is the release date for that. 2 days before my little brother's birthday.
All right.
And it's making me feel old as shit. So I'm probably... So I actually am pretty... I might end up pre-ordering that because you can get a whole bunch of stuff. If you do the pre-order, you can get the extra characters, the extra map packs. I'm just waiting for them to tell me that they're going to make a Goku Black character. Bias as shit. That's all I want. I'll be so up.
If there's a Goku Black killer, you're going to be...
that'll be me every time.
Yep.
Every time. I'll be killer. I'll be like you when we do Dead by Daylight.
I'll be killer.
Who wants to be killer? John's like, me.
Me first.
I'm already there.
Oh, man.
Hey, John, who are you? I can't tell you. Is it Nemesis? I'd say no, but I'd be lying.
But there would be zombies walking around.
Oh, so speaking of Dead by Daylight,
yeah,
they released their crossover with Attack on Titan.
I think that's really cool.
And apparently they're still adding more crossovers. They posted a photo of a rabbit as like a spoiler of what they're coming out with next.
A rabbit.
And many people are linking it to The Last of Us.
Oh, you know what would be a cool crossover? Speaking of,
What's that?
So The Last of Us would be really interesting. So did you guys hear that they're making a Winnie the Pooh horror movie?
I did.
Can you imagine if they do a crossover with that and grab the Winnie the Pooh killer?
Okay. Yeah. You know what?
Fuck it, why not?
I'd be
Okay
interested.
with that.
I think because he's going to be a lot easier than grabbing some of these other like horror killers. Because we got Leatherface, we got Ghostface, Freddy Krueger, The Ring. I don't think there's anything else. I think that's it. So, but the crossovers are they're interesting. Erica, however, wanted like them to have an actual Titan as a killer.
Like a large-sized Titan.
Yeah, like one of the smaller ones as a Titan. I was like, I don't know how that would really work. Plus, they just have hands. Like, they don't have weapons and stuff like that. She's like, well, they didn't need it in the series. I'm like, yeah, but so they ate people. Unless they just are automatically like one kill and go.
Oh, So, in September, a new movie's coming out.
September.
It's the new installment of Jeepers Creepers.
No, really?
Oh, boy.
I figured that shit died after 3.
It's called Reborn the Creeper.
Oh, God.
The Creeper.
That sounds like it's going to be corny.
Well, I've always been a fan of those movies.
There'll
So
be some
I remember
incest,
that.
There'll be some corn.
I-
It'll be good.
corn.
I never saw the third one. I saw bits and pieces of it.
That was the one on the farm, right?
Yeah, I think
That
so.
was a really good one.
But like, didn't he come out in like the daylight and shit?
I don't remember. It's been so long.
I'm like, I feel like he's supposed to like not be able to come out during the daylight, kind of like not like a vampire ordeal, but it's just not his shtick to be out in the daylight. So I was kind of taken back by that because the first 2, he was never outside killing people in broad daylight.
And speaking of daylight, this new game that John and I have been playing called V Rising.
It is sweet.
Really?
Yes. And speaking of daylight, one of the cooler mechanics they have in the game, you know, when you're playing MMOs or, you know, those over the top camera time, right?
Yeah.
Well, in this game, you're playing the role as a vampire. So it's the complete opposite. You run around at night. You get like buffs every once in a while too. But it's like a survival crafting game. And you're playing from the perspective of a vampire, which is pretty unique and cool as it goes. And then in addition, you can go out during the daytime, but you have to stick to the shadows. And so
Great.
it's like a hyper intense game of the floor is lava. When you like you see obstacles that you wouldn't think would be obstacles, but like you're walking through the woods, like you're fine through the woods because there's enough shade and whatnot. You can go shadow to shadow, but you need to keep going. And there's a bridge. When's a bridge a problem? Well, a bridge is a problem when you can't be in the sun.
Phenomenal.
But yeah, the game's been really cool. We maybe have like 3 or 4 hours logged in. I do today at least. And then
I
Greg
played
picked it
maybe
up
like an
yesterday,
hour
too.
and a half yesterday. It was. I'm having a lot of fun with it. You can get different powers, like the boss monsters. You drink their blood, and then you get certain powers that are static. The other like minor characters, if you go to kill them and then feed on them, you get certain like traits. Normally in like I'd say like a RPG, you pick like a warrior class or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, if you come across like a rogue and you feed on them, you become that blood type and you get buffs respected to whatever you fed on.
Okay.
But then if you go to change and feed on a warrior, then you don't get the buffs previously. You become a warrior then. I think that's really sweet.
Yeah, it's cool. And you don't level up traditionally. It's more of your equipment level.
Okay.
Like Destiny.
Oh, I did like that game.
Yeah, but you're out like harvesting resources, stuff like that. It's not major into the grind, at least not yet, at least. But you seem to be progressing pretty quickly and going out, grabbing like ores and stuff like that, smelting them down. You have your own little castle that you build, and yeah, that part's pretty sweet.
It's so in depth because like if you plan on being out a lot in the sun, you don't want to chop down the trees near your base because that's how you stick to the shadows. But you need wood as a resource, so you got to cut wood somehow. So it's just like so many ways to play the game.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yep. There are some downsides. If I play on a server, my profile's on that server, right? So I can't jump servers or whatnot and keep that data or that what I've created in that game. Also, castles can be a little bit annoying. There are roads which people can't build their castles on roads, but there are parts through the mountains where there's a break. And what people do is they'll take a position in between that, like at that break of the mountain, and they'll build their shit out so nobody can get past it. So now that block can't be passed. You have to go around the roadway and take the long way around to get there. That's my biggest gripe about this game. And that is super inconvenient.
And that's why I told you in the beginning, I was like, we can do anything. I don't mind restarting because I witnessed that. I think that's so shitty because you can't do anything about it because it's a PvE server. So that's there to stay. And there'll be parts of the map we can never get to now because of that. So that's why I was like, I don't mind restarting. But then again, I guess I painted myself not to be the most faithful gamer when it comes to games.
Look, all I'm saying is that, Greg, you get really excited about things, you get really up on things, and that's great. It's great to see your zeal for trying something new. But, after a couple days or maybe a week or two, you might just decide that game's not for you and be completely done with it, or you feel like you've gotten far enough and you're just over it. And I try and get as much bang for my buck out of video games and stuff like that. So if any of us like hosted a private server, it'd just be a little bit difficult. Like it'd be a little bit annoying. So we just decided to join one of the ones hosted by the game.
So this game is very comparable to 7 Days to Die. And I think the biggest downfall with that game, with me personally, is that you survive, the day counter ticks up. As the day counter ticks up, everything becomes stronger. So it's almost like, no, it's not a game to enjoy yourself. You have to bust your fucking ass every second that you're on that game. Otherwise, you're going to get blown out every fucking horde night. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Not fun at all. This game, there's nothing like that. Sure, there's big bosses and bosses that just spawn on top of your base and then kill you. But like that's one death. And then you can just, respawn. They're usually gone by that point. And then you continue. It's not like the everyday mobs that you over-level them eventually. They don't scale up with you. They're just that weak all the time.
I get what you're saying. I do. I would argue, though, that you still, like, in the nature of progressing in the game, the mobs do get harder, just like they would in something like Dead by Daylight, or 7 Days to Die. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying with that. For 7 Days to Die, I like the pressure, and I like that, like, you need to figure something out, otherwise you're screwed. Now, when you die in Blood Moon Night, like, the horde stops for you, right? But it's still like it can get stressful. So that I can definitely see. This game, you can play at your pace. You can just gather materials and just chill out and just have a good time. Or you can be real sweaty and try and fight against some level 20 characters as a level 10. And there is a degree of skill in the game. So like if you figure out the patterns as a level 10, you might be able to take on a level 20. Like it's possible.
Very strategic if you go that route.
Yeah. You gotta be real careful because it's not easy.
I don't know if you ever played any Diablo games, Tyler.
I have not. These seem fun though.
So the combat system's a lot like that. In my opinion, that is.
Yeah, no, that's pretty accurate actually. It's yep. But yeah, I say get the game. We're gonna keep grinding that game and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe even start our own. But more news on that next week.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Happy to be back for this episode.
Yeah, happy to have you back, buddy.
Hopefully I can try and make some more here and there.
Absolutely.
But yeah. And this is my first podcast episode back as a husband.
Look at you.
I still gotta wait a little ways.
Oh, trust me, it's going to be coming real soon.
Oh yeah.
Just
I don't know if that's accurate, but less than 49 days.
Yeah. Like, to give you, just remember, after this week, going into next week, it's going to be August.
Yep.
Yep.
Then I'll be around a month away.
Get ready. It'll be here before you know it. Hope.
But you know what? But our listeners will just have to wait one more week to hear us again.
Yep. That's good. It's true.
And we'll talk to him then.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.